Hello guys, Wilsonbox here, and in this video I want to talk about Meander. I just finished the last level, 180, and I want to share the strategies I used to kill the spider and RAVATRIX. So I am here now in the test server because unfortunately I already did this boss on my main server, but I'm gonna use this server just to explain how I did it and how this boss works. So basically the strategy was pretty simple. I'm gonna set up all the heroes I was using. So I was using Garion, Sigrid, Frubart, Ally, and Nathaniel. So yeah, it was exactly this position. So let's just check this boss. Okay, so first skill, he attacks all enemies with each attack dealing poison damage. And then we have this fungal potion that reduces the target ceiling received by 1% per stack, and the target loses 1 stack of fungal potion each time they are healed. When reaching 100 stacks, the target dies immediately and cannot be resurrected. So that's why I have these 3 here, okay? So I have Nathaniel, I have Garion, and I have Frubart, because all of them, they give this healing every 1 second, so it means during these 6 seconds Frubart is gonna take 6 buffs out, because he's gonna heal 1 time per second. Then we have this guy, Garion, same thing, he's gonna heal everyone every 1 second. And then we have this guy as well, giving recovery over time. So with this, they're gonna disable all these debuffs, okay? Because the target loses 1 stack of fungal poison each time they're healed. So if they are being healed like twice or 3 times per second, they're gonna lose all the stacks. So with this strategy, I had no stacks until the end of the combat. Then, this is the first thing that you need to keep in mind. This is really important to defeat this boss, to disable all these stacks. Then, it deals poison damage to the enemy that has applied the mass healing and inflicts stun on the dam for 5 seconds, during which inflicts additional 5 stacks of fungal poison. So usually, during my combats, the boss was always targeting Nathaniel with these stacks, and because of that, sometimes Nathaniel adds a couple more of stacks than all the other heroes. Then this one also important that we need to keep in mind. So this boss is going to summon 2 red cap spiderlings and 1 green cap spiderling at a designated location that will be always the same. The red cap spiderling will deal damage to surrounding enemies, and the green cap spiderling attacks the enemy with the most stacks of fungal poison regularly and inflicts defense penalty 2, and inflicts 1 stack on recovery over time on all player heroes upon death. So this is really tricky, and the way I found was better to kill it was to have Frubart applying defense penalty, so he's gonna spawn the spiders links around here, so there will be 2 here and 1 here. So just before the last skill, this one, I'll try to replicate what I was doing with this lower level boss. And lastly, this boss is gonna deal some poison damage to all enemies and inflict knock-up. And for every stack of fungal poison the target has, this damage is increased by 3%. That's why it's so important to remove all these fungal poison stacks. So, as I was saying, when the spiderlings are spawned, they will be around here. I will use this skill to inflict attack penalty on the spiders, on the spiderlings, and also on the spider mother. So she's gonna have the attack penalty before using the ultimate, so we are going to reduce some of that damage, and they're gonna have like a debuff on them. So I'm just gonna wait for the boss to use the ultimate, and then I'll use Sigrid ultimate to attack all of them, and then I'll use Ally ultimate to kill at least these 2 from this side, and then he will auto attack the last one on his back. If not, the next round of spiderlings, they will be around here, and we keep killing them, because we don't want them to be alive, otherwise we're gonna take too much damage. And it's also important that we kill those spiders before the ultimate of the boss, because this way we can control our HP from our heroes. Otherwise they will take, we can take like too much damage that you are not expecting, and we don't want that. So let's just try to reproduce the same thing I was doing, just because it will be easier to explain to you guys. I hope they don't one-shot the boss. Okay, they won't. Alright, so these two can be auto. Alright, these two can be on auto mode. As you guys can see, they are removing all the stacks. Okay, the one that gets stunned is the one getting more stacks. Okay, they spawn the spiderlings. Let's see if I can apply the attack penalty. Okay, I killed two of them, but you guys see the point. Alright, and now we can use the ultimate from Sigrid. And if they were still alive, I would use ally ultimate like this, and I would kill at least those two. And if they were not dead, then I'll do it on the next one. And as you guys can see, the healing is helping a lot, and everyone is without any stacks. And basically you just need to do these all the same rounds. You inflict attack penalty on everyone. Okay, this is a good example. Then I use Sigrid to kill all of them, and if they are still alive, I'll use ally ultimate. And basically you just need to do this every round, and this strategy is really good and works very well if you want to defeat this spider mother. And then we have RAVATRIX. This is the last boss that you're gonna need to fight on Meander. It's the boss you're going to find on a level 180, and I think she's easier than Spider if you are using the right strategy. And I think it's not hard. I'm using I used the exactly same theme I use on the Rot, so I think this one will be much easier than the other one. So basically I'm using Gardrach, I'm using this guy. Gardrach is a really important one for this boss, and then I'm using two Ice Blast heroes just for the damage, and lastly I'm using this one, Katarina, just for some healing. So let's have a look at the boss. So the first skill, she sports corrosive goo to the target area, dealing poison damage to enemies in range and corrupting the area. Every 1.5 seconds inflicts one stack of poison on enemies within the area. The corruption lasts 3 seconds. Okay. Next one, she wraps the current enemy in vines, dealing poison damage and inflicting stun for 5 seconds, during which the vines will spread around to deal poison damage and inflict stun on another 2 nearest enemies. If stun fails to be inflicted or is dispelled during this duration, the vines will stop spreading. Lastly, the ultimate dispels all debuffs from self and then deals poison damage to all enemies. And the passive, which is the most important one, the pollen permeates around RAVATRIX, inflicting 1 stack of poison on all enemies every 5 seconds. RAVATRIX gains 1 stack of total damage bonus with every 1 stack of poison that is successfully inflicted. So for this boss, it's really important that we resist to those debuffs and not to dispel them, because with each stack we get of poison, she's getting stronger and eventually she's gonna do an insane damage. It doesn't matter if you are using attack penalty, she's gonna do an insane damage. So it's really important that we have a good gear with resist. That's the most important thing. If you are using a different healer, this will be the best positionment for your heroes. If not, this was the placement I used when I did this level 180. I used exactly this position for the heroes, and it works pretty well. The only thing that is really important is to use resist, to have enough resist on your heroes, at least 300, 320, but above 300. It's the goal that you want to reach with your resist level. This guy, Gardrach, it's also really important here, because if you don't have enough resistance, then you can use his aura that is going to give more 40 to every hero. And also is going to inflict some attack penalty, and also is going to inflict this recharging speed penalty. So with this, she's gonna take much more time to use all the skills, and this way she's gonna do less damage, and this gives us more time to do more damage and heal our team. Since I have Ardred, she's going to amplify the healing from Catherine, and she's also going to give some debuff immunity, but if you have the right amount of resistance, then it really doesn't matter if you have Catherine, and then you can use a different heroes, a different strategy. But this is how I did it. I used this exactly team and it worked pretty well. So since I can't show you the actual fight, I'm just gonna remove my DPS. I'm going to equip these 3 heroes with some resistance and show you how this works. So everyone has already a lot of resistance, 300 on this guy, almost 300 here, and on this one guys, and I just want to show you that this really works, and she's not going to get any stacks there, because if everyone is resisting those stacks, as you guys can see, and with the recharge speed penalty, she's gonna take a lot to do her skills, and it was going to give me more time, and as you guys can see, she's not getting any stacks of that damage. Zero stacks. So this is what I did on level 180. It worked exactly the same way. If you have at least 300 or more resistance, she's not going to get any stacks, and this way she's not going to do so much damage, and it will be easy for you to do all the levels, especially the 180 against RAVATRIX. So this was both strategies I used for the Spider and RAVATRIX. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any question or comments, leave it below and I'll try to help you as much as I can. Sorry if I don't have any recording of the fights. I was away for a few days, so I've not done it while I was at home. I was doing it on my cell phone, so I didn't record anything, and sorry for that. But I'll try to bring some videos on the next Meander, the next season 3. I hope everyone keeps playing this so we can still share all our insights about this game and all the strategies. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.